Hello everyone, this is Narada Rishi Raja with Sacred Vibes Holistic Center, and I'm here today with your advice from the Gita. So without further ado, let's see what Krishna has for us today. We've got the false ego. So this is chapter 3, verse 27. Disclaimer, anything that I say in any of my teachings or my videos or anything like that, I don't require anybody to believe my way. I do implore you to try and some of these practices and see if it opens up. But with that being said, anything that I say that may be different from what you're used to, explore it a little bit. Explore it a little bit versus immediately shutting it down. That maybe there could be something to it. But I never ask you to believe it. All right. So if anything I say seems challenging, and I say that because I know what I'm about to say with this. But chapter 3, verse 27. Bewildered spirit souls, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, think themselves to be the doer of activities, which are in actuality carried out by nature. So, the false ego, you think you are this one thing. It's not it. You're actually a part of a much, much larger whole. And this whole is operating perfectly. I know it doesn't always feel that way. And this is what I said might be a little bit challenging, but it's absolutely fact. When you look into it deeper and deeper, you'll find this is where it's rooted. And what I'm talking about is spiritual ego. Spiritual ego exists because people don't think that the system is already perfect. They hurt, so then they gain some awakening, they gain some healing, and then they look at the things that are not feeling exactly like them, and they want to make them feel exactly like them, which would take away the infinite possibility of God. We can't control others. We can decide what we do for our vibration because we are one part of this whole. And when I say decide, that's where things get weird. Under the influence of the three modes of material nature, that's the gunas. So you have tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. Tamasic is inert, no movement. It's also violence. Rajasic can go either way, violence or peace. But rajasic and tamasic is a lot of times depression related, right? When it gets out of balance. Well, yeah. Rajasic is anxiety based. So it's action. You're motivated to do something one way or another, right? And then the last one is sattvic. And sattvic is peaceful, meditative states, bliss states, things like this that people would describe, right? So these are the three modes of nature. Everybody is some percentage of that put together. That's what creates all of it, all of the things we see. And a lot of the things we don't too. And with this, that then decides everything for you. Because wherever you're at with your gunas, that will then determine the karmic actions that need to come your way in order to smooth it out. The smoothing out process is through yogic techniques, or if you have a different name, I guarantee they're rooted in yoga as far as the science of why that technique works. But in the yogic techniques, as you look through them, you'll be able to become more sattvic and increase the sattvic mode of nature in your life. This is where a lot of people get stuck at in their spiritual process, which is why I'm talking so much about this today. They get stuck in the sattvic. But true spiritual understanding, you eventually have to get to nirguna, beyond the gunas, beyond sattvic. And you realize that, yes, we continue to do our good deeds. And yes, we see some things that we wouldn't do that aren't in our vibration. But we finally recognize the perfection of the system. That's absolute spiritual truth. The reason why it's prevented from a lot of us, or some people might hear these words and they'll get really, really agitated. And they'll be like, who is he to say this? I'm someone that has went to sattva and then beyond. The system is perfect. We just have to adjust our system, our part in this whole of who we actually are. We have to adjust our part so it's functioning properly, and then it feels better. That's it. And I know I say that's it, but it'll be the hardest thing we do. And I'm here for it. It's what I've dedicated my life, is to help you like a ferryman. All right. That's what we have for you today. If I can help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out with a message. Check out the new website, sacredvibes.earth, or in November, come check out the Holistic Center, 513 Garfield Avenue, Bay City, Michigan, Sacred Vibes Holistic Center. My partner, Carrie Moon, and I, we hope to see each and every one of you out there. That way we can raise the vibe together, everyone. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day on purpose. Namaskaram.